Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my platform. And those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to perform a reading for you guys today. So, we are going to be talking about this coming Sunday. We're going to be talking about the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. Okay. But first, we're going to go ahead and start with the prayer. So, we're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're calling upon our ascended masters, Jesus Christ, and any other ascended masters. We're calling upon our spiritual guides, our guardian angels, and any other beings that watch over us. But specifically, we're calling upon the archangels. I would like to ask the Archangel Michael and the other archangels, please block out all jinn, all evil eye, all negativity, all evil, and anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, Most High God, I'd like to ask that you continue to bless this platform, continue to save this platform, and continue to prosper this platform along with my light work. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence, and I meditate upon your divine will and any messages that you have for the collective about this full moon that's coming up with the lunar eclipse and anything else that you need channeled. I am always your willing servant. Okay, so make sure you're familiar with my legal disclaimer. It's in the description box below. But while watching my videos, you guys are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes gatekeeping, copywriting, slandering, gossiping, evil eye, energy harvesting, and witchcraft. And copyright. Don't steal messages from God and the Holy Spirit, and don't play with me. Okay. So let's go ahead and go into what's going to happen with this full moon that we've got in Pisces. Okay. So this is the picture from the full, what is this called? The manifestation, Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards, which I love this deck because if you guys are into the moon phases, I know that we all have moon apps on our phones, but this deck goes through each part of the moon phase and you have a card and you have like an explanation. Okay. So we are going to talk about the full moon in Pisces. It's talking about forgiveness. Why does this card say forgiveness on it? Well, it says forgiveness because on this full moon, okay, first of all, the energies of Pisces, like Jesus lived during the age of Pisces. We're in the age of Aquarius now. Okay, we just came out of the age of Pisces. The age of Pisces was about compassion, sacrifice, etc. All right, so anytime that you have a lunar eclipse, the energies of the eclipse, a lot of times witches and warlocks will use those energies to try to cause an unnatural death to occur. Now, the full moon falling into the energy of Pisces would align death and sacrifice. Okay. So that's what these witches and warlocks are going to be attempting to do, is sacrifice y'all with death magic for your guys' abilities. Okay. And they're going to try to use the energy of the full moon lunar eclipse to eclipse out money, to eclipse and bring endings in finances and physical health and emotional health and popularity and fame, all of that. They're going to be trying to sacrifice every aspect of your life so that they can gain that aspect in theirs. It's a big no already, but just so that you guys know what they're going to be doing, you can do your countermeasures to counteract what these people are doing. And if you guys, just let you know, if any of you have a personal question, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I will pause the collective reading and answer your question after I get this moon stuff done. Okay. And then if you guys can tip, that's greatly appreciated. There is also a PayPal link pinned in the description, or the chat and the description box. Actually, it's both places. Okay. So Okay, so the full moon in Pisces says to forgive. It says forgive. Be careful that you're not coming at your current situation with your mind made up. This card is a reminder that life is an unfolding mystery, and you need to go within it. Instead of trying too hard to tick every box of your dreams. I don't know what that means. Instead of trying too hard to tick every box for your dreams to come true. I think that they're saying to check, but they definitely made a typo. That's crazy. Okay, so I'm going to say it how I think it should be said. Instead of trying too hard to check every box for your dreams to come true, fall into the dreams a little. It could be that what's blocking your current manifestation is that you haven't forgiven yourself or someone else for something that happened in the past. To boost your manifesting powers, these people are going to be trying to pull on your past life and this lifetime traumas. You guys like the video as you come into the chat. We have 10 people watching. What is up with my words? We have 10 people watching. Okay, 2 people just left and 3 likes on the videos. Let's get the likes up. I should not have to be begging for likes or harassing any of you to like the video. And if you can't like the video, get the fuck off my platform, go away and do not watch me. Go watch somebody that you actually enjoy to watch and that you can show gratitude to. Okay. I don't need people that are haters. I don't need people sending the evil eye. I don't need people doing fucking witchcraft. I don't need those people. Like, I'm going to be fine having people that legitimately subscribe to me and legitimately like me and love me and enjoy me. I'm going to be fine with those people. Everybody else that doesn't can go fuck off. Boundaries. Like the video or go the fuck away. Point blank, period. So yeah. So to boost your manifesting powers, forgive yourself and anyone who else needs forgiveness. To me, when people ask for forgiveness, I've basically already forgiven them to the point that I can forgive them. But that doesn't mean, forgiveness does not mean allowing somebody back. Welcome in, Shanice Chosen. Forgiveness means you forgive whatever was going on within you that drew in this asshole. Like, you forgive that and then you heal that and then you move forward. You don't just forgive people and then allow them to come back and do it again. Okay. I went through like almost I think it was maybe, I can't even remember how many years I was married for. I think it was maybe 9 years of a cycle of being physically beaten by my ex every single year, like multiple times. And then I would forgive that person and take them back. Okay, that will get you killed. Verbatim, had I not left this evil, wicked man that I used to be with, I would be fucking dead right now. That's the real truth about my life. Like, the fact that I exist right now is a miracle. That person would have absolutely killed me. They did the worst shit to me. So, I basically saved myself by going, okay, I cannot continue to forgive this man for putting his hands on me all of the time and RAPEing me and all of this other shit. I can't continue to forgive this person for like a 10-year fucking cycle. It's like 9, almost 10 years or some shit like that. Just absolutely ridiculous that I forgave this person for physically beating me, breaking my ribs, and doing other shit. That's just not okay. I was always in and out of the fucking ER and hospital because of this person. Anyways, I don't even want to give them no energy. I just felt like I had to say that. Forgiveness doesn't mean accepting somebody back. It just means that you're willing to look at within yourself what was going on and then heal that, and then you can move forward, right? So it says manifesting balance. Strike a balance between all of your duties and what you need to do for inner peace. Then it says manifesting mindfest. Hanging on to anger is unhelpful and can be toxic. That's one thing that I've had to, since separating from that stupid person and literally having to go through all of my trauma and heal every part of my life, that's what I've had to release the most, is the anger from me doing that. And so I feel like anger can be a very toxic emotion, but it can also be a helpful motivator to get you to move away from something that is toxic. So again, it just depends on how you look at it. but holding on to anger is not healthy. And so in a perfect world, we would all just like release the anger. I love the little emojis. Those are adorable. Thank you for sending that. In a perfect world, we would just be releasing all of the toxic anger. Okay. But I do feel like a lot of the times, sometimes we will hold on to a portion of that anger because we're still angry with ourselves, maybe for forgiving that person or for allowing it to happen again or whatever. But holding on to anger, even if it's directed towards yourself or it's somebody else, is still a lower vibrational energy. And the best thing that we can do is to heal that energy. And then to know that it doesn't serve us to get angry. Getting it, like, things are going to go down in our lives no matter what. What we can control is how we feel about that. If our first response is anger, then we're allowing somebody else to have control over us. So anger can be helpful, it can be toxic, but it's like, it's a good thing to motivate you to go in a different direction, but it can also be a bad motivator to get you to freak out, you know? So that's why there has to be some type of balance. So it says, move on and forgive, even if you don't forget. Like, I may never forget that that person put their hands on me many, many, many times, and I may still have injuries from them doing that, but you know, I don't want to unalive that person. I don't hate that person. I dislike them very much. I don't ever want to see their stupid face again, and I don't ever want to speak to them again, but I don't wish them any ill will. And that's kind of where you have to get with the people that have done the most to you, to where you can just be like, okay, peace be with you. Please go away. And not holding on to any bitterness or rage against them, basically. So this is your way for a brighter future, is what it says. So I wanted to come on here and talk about this full moon that we're having on Sunday, and the fact that it's a lunar eclipse. The witches and warlocks are going to be using the energy of the lunar eclipse to take things out of our lives, okay? To block us, to stop us, to freeze us, all sorts of stupid things. So there needs to be a counter measure of manifestation or prayer that occurs within the chosen to counteract this stuff, all right? So this says right here, a manifesting ritual for forgiveness. It says add lavender essential oil to your diffuser. I'm sure that a lot of you, that if you have a diffuser, you've probably got lavender oil because it's a very popular oil. Lavender is very good for uncrossing energy. And what does that mean? Cross energy is like when somebody has crossed you, they've stolen your boyfriend, maybe they scratched your car, like they've done something to make you real angry. So the energy of lavender and also the energy of chamomile are two really good herbs and oils that you can use to remove that excess karma, anger, and upset energy. Okay. So a lot of times when things trigger with other people, we don't realize that they've triggered because there is a whole bunch of cross energy from another lifetime. Welcome in, Shaman Maria. I hope you're having a good day. There's a whole bunch of this excess of cross energy from that other lifetime. Also, the energy of Kuan Yin. Now, Kuan Yin is a merciful, beautiful, I've got a green obsidian humongous statue of her. She is one of the Chinese goddesses of compassion and mercy, which goes hand in hand. Compassion and mercy goes hand in hand with forgiveness, because truly, even though these people don't deserve to be shown grace and mercy, trust me, what God's putting them through is 10 times worse than what you could ever do to anybody. So that's why you should not seek revenge. It says to ask Kuan Yin for her assistance in clearing up any upset, aka cross energy, right? So that you can find forgiveness and move on. It says, I forgive everyone who needs it in my life. It is done. And if you need it, then you forgive yourself as well. It says the best time to work your magic is when the moon is on Pisces on a Thursday, which would be Jupiter's day. Well, the full moon lunar eclipse is going to be happening on Sunday. So you can still work in the hour of Jupiter on that day for manifestation. Okay. Now it says the full moon in Pisces takes place when the sun is in Virgo and the moon is in Pisces. Okay, so I wanted to just talk about that, what these people have planned and what they're plotting and what they're going to do. To the extent of their brilliant ideas of using the moon to kill people and stupid shit like that, which the moon is not even meant for that, but whatever. Besides that, these people are just very stupid and very weak-minded. I mean, I don't really have another word for unintelligent, not bright. They're not having a glow up. They're not going to get a glow up. They're not even going to gain access to y'all's energy. And so this is where I want you guys to become really aware of what your own energy is doing. Amen to that. Because when somebody sends you energy, if you can discern that energy and be like, okay, this energy either does belong to me or it's not my energy. And if you know yourself, then you know what your energy is like. Around the full moon, which means AKA Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, those days is where the witchcraft is going to be sent. Okay. That's when it's going to be sent. It's going to be done at the nighttime, like it's always done at the nighttime. They're going to be using the moon. You may wake up feeling nauseated. You may have a headache. You may feel some type of empathic symptom. But I promise you, if you stay prayed up, you will not feel the extent of what they're trying to do. And what they want to do is sacrifice you for your chosen abilities, for your inheritance. Okay. That's what they're going to be doing. Be using the energies of Pisces to sacrifice, just like they tried to do Jesus, these Judas people that exist in the world. And this is a setup. This is a supernatural spiritual setup for these witches and warlocks. And I just felt something try to hook into my solar plexus. So they may try to gain access to your inner child through the solar plexus. And from my understanding of witchcraft, these people will be calling up a bunch of deities. They will be summoning a bunch of lower vibrational entities. And these entities are going to turn on these people. In fact, they're going to be made the sacrifice and you're going to be saved. Kind of happens all the time. So Psalm 91. Okay, Psalm 91. Very important for protection. Pray that on those days. Okay, so Psalm 91, Psalm 23 for well-being, and Psalm 112 for wealth, Psalm 103 for health. And I feel like with those Psalms, you'll be able to counteract the witchcraft that's being done. You can always ask your guides and your angels and your spirit team to return all witchcraft, to block out any moon magic. And you can also go out and ask the moon to specifically stop the people that are doing the witchcraft, to not lend them their energy, to twist their energy, turn it against them, to basically any witch or warlock that's trying to steal your destiny or mess with your fate. You can ask the moon to save you from them. And anybody that wants to destiny swap, because they're going to try to take your life. Like, I'm not joking. They're going to try to use witchcraft and demons and shit to take your mental health, to take your life, to take your wealth. We also ask that Allah intervene on all jinn and turn every evil wish into a wish that would benefit our highest and best good. And anybody calling up jinns, trying to make wishes, trying to do any type of witchcraft, sorcery, or any type of evil work, we ask that the Most High God block them in advance so that we don't have to suffer an attack. Yeah, the moon said never. Exactly. The moon's not even meant to be used to take people's lives. I want to make that very clear. I don't know where these witches and warlocks are getting this dumb shit from, but maybe it's the witching hour. I don't know. But the moon is not really used for death. It's used for cycles. Okay. Death is not really a cycle. It's the ending of a cycle or the exiting of a cycle. So that's why they're going to use the energy of the lunar eclipse to try to make you self-delete, to try to make you self-harm. And this is going to, I'm already seeing 3 people in my mind that I know do witchcraft on me. I'm already seeing this shit backfire. And the third person, I don't know who the fuck they are and I don't care. You just have to detach from caring about people that do not care about you. Okay, so let's cut the deck and then we'll see what we got with the tarot. Because I know the tarot is going to talk about this because you guys have been struggling with this moon magic crap forever. Like literally since you became a psychic, since you've been in the know of things. You've had these certain people that have been using this moon magic. They do rituals every freaking moon. Like they do a yearly ritual at Halloween, and they do one on March 17th. They do one on these certain holidays. They do the yearly rituals, and then that creates like the toy, and then the battery to the toy is this moon magic that they do. So the Lovers. So somebody's going to be trying to block a love union from coming in. But this is your guys' energy, which means a new romance could be coming in. These people are really trying to block y'all's love life. They've been trying to get readings to find out who you're with or who you're going to be with so that they can block it. And I was just hearing ringing in my left ear, which means the higher dimensions are giving me downloads right now. But I'm just going to translate for you guys. So basically what I'm understanding is that these people want you in confusion. They want you to doubt yourselves, and they want you to make a mistake and not choose a person that's for your highest and best good here. 9 of Cups. Look at this. What I just said about those jinns. A lot of these people have been working with the jinn. And they've been working with the jinn to cause blockages in your love life, to cause sexual problems, impotency, things like that. What else? Poverty is what I just heard. And ill health. They feel like if they can efficiently get this jinn energy to come for you, then they'll be in a better place, not realizing that these jinns, they have to listen to Allah. And if Allah says no, which Allah says no, you cannot do that, that these jinns will be put to death. Literally, they will be put to death if they even attempt to do what these people are asking, which seems to me really unfair, because these people are using their what witches do when they summon these spirits up and these deities or whatever. They try to bind them to an object or to a place or a thing. And so they're weaker deities and stuff like that. And I'm not calling y'all jinn weak, but I'm just saying some of the weaker entities and deities, they have to do what the witch and warlock says. That's the whole point of God giving us power over spirits. But they don't have to do anything against a chosen one. So these jinn are real pissed off. And all of these spirits are going to be real pissed off when somebody summons them up to hurt and harm somebody that is chosen, because that's a death sentence for the jinn. So the jinn might as well just take this person off the planet, because this person's going to get this jinn completely killed. And they live for like 3,000 to 6,000 years. So they do have wives, they do have families, and they do have their own realm. But these people have been binding jinn and using them against y'all for a minute now. You're dealing with somebody that has been trying to pull you into a court case or pull you into some type of legal battle. They'll be trying to use the moon to break your strength and to break your wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. With the 9 of Cups is like the jinn card. That's why I was definitely seeing jinn. But these people, what they're going to be trying to do is they're going to be trying to put you in poverty and lack so that you'll quit doing your divine life purpose so that they can step up and do it. It's a no. Okay. If God commanded you to do something, you better do what God commanded you to do, because if you don't, you're going to be punished for that. And either directly or indirectly. Indirectly would be just through getting karma. Okay. So these people, they are overwhelmed by crisis. They're getting an unfavorable judgment in a lawsuit. Whatever these people have been trying to claim about you is false. And these people are very, very drained. In fact, them staying up all of these nights and doing all these dumb rituals for whatever store they own or whatever they've already, they're trying to do rituals to maintain some shit that they think that they've already stolen. These people do not have your strength. They don't have your connection to God. They're not going to be able to have a victory over you. They will be up under the moon, though, trying to get some legal problems, police and court cases and burdens. What they're trying to do is transfer these burdens onto you so that they can make you the scapegoat and then sacrifice you really quick. And again, Thou shalt not sacrifice thy friend. Thou shalt not sacrifice thy child. Thou shalt not sacrifice. You do not sacrifice. These people need to understand it is wrong to sacrifice someone else's soul. You can't do that. No one's soul belongs to them. It belongs to the Most High. So these people, they can't do this. I mean, they're delusional, so let them try. They're just going to take themselves out with their stupid witchcraft. But like literally, I just want you guys to know that it's not possible. In no type of way, even with a fucking miracle making genie, it's still not possible. And so your wishes will continue to be granted. You will not carry this cross of sin for these people that are guilty for attacking y'all, like point blank period. That's not your destiny. And I really hate and despise the witches and warlocks that come on here that don't like the video, that watch me and then send the evil eye. You are already up under judgment for that. Just leave me alone. All these people have to do is just leave me alone. They don't have to watch me. All they have to do is go in a different direction. But thinking that I'm an easy way, how in the fuck is somebody that's an intuitive light worker, starseed, high priestess, prophet, how the fuck are they an easy way? Make it make sense. How are the most protected people on this planet the easy way? See, this has to do with your guys' purity. Because it's not. Y'all are not an easy way. In fact, if I was doing witchcraft on people, which I'm not, I would choose somebody that's not an intuitive that would never pick up that I'm doing witchcraft on them. So again, these people are dumber than a box of rocks. They're dumber than the most average bear. Like, seriously. So the thing is that these people are facing a constant battle because of the moon magic that they've already done. Okay. And this is like not even talking about the moon magic that they're going to do. They're already getting karma and getting their shit for what they've already done. The Nine of Swords. These people innately, I'm going to explain what they want for you. They want you to be in this Nine of Swords energy. That's their wish for you. Instead of these people wishing good for their own lives, they wish bad for you. That's why they're going to be in the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is like having sleepless nights, staying up, having migraines, feeling sick, being miserable, feeling oppressed, feeling possessed, having pain and depression, self-unaliving, all of that. That's what the Nine of Swords is. And they want to put you guys in a state to where you will be injured and never be able to recover, to where you'll have to be. See, these people don't ever get out of bed. They don't wash their ass. They don't take care of their children right. They don't feed themselves properly. These people can't even take care of themselves. How are they going to take on a chosen destiny when these people can't even wash their ass correctly? Make it make sense. This is why I feel like witches and warlocks are the stupidest people that have ever existed. And I don't give a fuck what they say or what they do. They're stupid. This is ignorant. Coming for somebody that actually takes care of themselves in their lives. Like, why does this person and these people not want you to have love in your life? Don't you guys think that that's weird? Like, this person would like to have love in their life. So how dare they want something that they're trying to get you denied of? It's a fuck no. And if you are getting denied for like disability or some type of assistance or food stamps or anything that, because these people want to put you in poverty. They want you homeless on the streets begging because you'll be easier to kill then. Your destiny, if you're not in this, if you're not able to perform your destiny, then they feel like they can steal it. No, if you're not going to be able to do your destiny, no one else will either. No one else will fulfill your destiny for you. Okay. Like literally that chair, that throne, that crown, those things are yours. Strength. Those are yours. They don't belong to anybody else and they never will. Killing you or taking your life or getting you to take your own life is not going to give these people your gifts. Okay. And I pray that God reprimands these hackers and internet thieves. Okay. Sorry about that. They were trying to mess with my connection. So that's that happening. It was 29:29 when I said that. That happening is showing me that these people are trying to disrupt your spiritual connection. Yes, I'm back. Yeah. Nothing is free. Exactly. They're trying to disrupt your spiritual connection. You have an Ace of Swords coming out here. The universe is definitely protecting you. The Most High God has got your back. There still are, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 people that haven't liked the video. You guys like the video, make sure you subscribe, tap that notification bell, all that good stuff so that you know when I go live. So yeah, the thing is that y'all are protected from this even before it happens. These people are, if they're literally being set up by the divine has created the past few moons. It seems like the divine has created a big trap that these people are going to fall in, and they fall in it every time and they end up losing stuff. This is about your fame, public notoriety, what you do for a living, how you connect with others, and who you are, basically, on a soul level. If these people truly knew your door to value, they would have physically come and abducted you and unalived you a long time ago. So this is why these people were never shown your true door to value, because they would literally have tried to hurt and harm you for it. So again, these people are really, really vindictive. They're going to be trying to sacrifice y'all. And so that could feel like energy harvesting. I need you guys to call your energy and your power back to you. When you start to feel nauseated, if you start to feel pain anywhere, any type of symptom, I'm not caring if it's even like a weak symptom, you say, okay, this is not my energy. Most High God, please help me intervene on this. Angels, archangels, this person, this place, this situation, this energy, it's not my energy. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke it. In the name of Allah, I rebuke it. I rebuke these people and I ask for divine intervention. That's all you need to do. And then say, okay, also I call my energy and my power back to me. You know what I mean? You were warned in your dreams not to say anything until the universe took action. Wow, when you were 40 and you waited like you were supposed to do. Good. You know, God told me that the Most High doesn't even consider us to be adults until we're 48 years old. So this world puts a lot of responsibility on people that are way too young, that are not an adult. But I do feel like God's right. We are adults at 48. So it just makes you think about things a little bit differently. So yeah. Whatever you're guided to do, whatever your angels and your spirit guides say and your ancestors say, just make sure that you are maybe burning an incense for them. Make sure that you are thanking them and that you're appreciative, because if this energy were to hit you, it would cause destruction. But like I said, these people, what they're going to try to do, they're going to try to sacrifice you in the same way that they've always tried to sacrifice you, but they're going to try to put protection around the sacrifice so that if you pick up on the energy and try to send it back, they're going to try to do some type of spell so that if you try to send it back, that it ends up getting you worse. So this is why we pray against that, specifically against that type of spell. And of course, unless, you know, you can always take these people's power away from them. Woohoo, I'm an adult. There you go. You can always take these people's power away from them. And whatever they send to you, you can just take that energy and alchemize it for your own best good and alchemize it into more protection. That will strip these people of their own energy and their abilities because they just keep sending it to you. So yeah. Yeah, you don't deal with on rituals and spells. Yeah, you know that they attack you, and it's very disappointing. You expect more from people. Yeah, I don't even know what to expect from people with the stuff I see in these readings and the downloads that I get. But like, I literally don't expect people, if they've been getting by sacrificing other people, I don't expect them to change just because they see somebody that can't. Like, there are certain people in this life that you cannot touch. People that are in their divine life purpose, you can't touch those people. And AKA you guys are in your divine life purpose. You're fulfilling your destiny. That's why you're getting this 6 of Wands public fame and recognition. These people are going to be in the 9 of Swords, really sick. They may even pass away. In the 5 of Cups, they're going to be regretting their actions for the rest of their lives. Them trying to do this with the eclipse and the full moon, they're going to regret their actions for the rest of their lives. So they might as well just not do it. They might as well just not do it. They're not going to get your good luck. These people want to like squeeze the life out of you and squeeze the luck and the good things out of you and then leave you high and dry. That's their intention. They see you as a star, somebody who is entering into the new age of Aquarius with the magician energy. You guys have the ability to transmute this energy. They're not going to be siphoning from your star. It's a no. These people are talentless. These people are like mashed potatoes with no salt and pepper. They're just bland. They're boring. They're gross. And the fact that they don't clean themselves properly and they don't know how to spiritually cleanse, that's repulsive to me. So you may just want to, take a spiritual bath on this night, on Sunday, relax, read a book, do something that brings you joy and fulfillment, because you're going to be setting the tone for the next cycle. And not in a bad way, like cycles are bad, but I'm just talking about how the moon is a cycle. You'll be set if you put out that positive energy. This is why I'm going to tell you guys, there are so many TikTok videos about how to manifest on the moon and all this dumb shit. And I will watch them, but I do not agree with any of them. In fact, there are people that use these techniques that witch talk, like TikTok witch talk, that these witches and warlocks say, and then their lives are destroyed right after that. So I truly do not believe in doing that dumb shit. Like I believe in prayer, and I believe in like sage and prayer. And that's pretty much all you need to do is communicate with God, pray, and transmute the energy yourself if it comes to that. And maybe ask your angels to watch over you, that type of thing. But I don't feel like anybody has to do witchcraft. People are just doing witchcraft because they are powerless. And anybody that's doing witchcraft from being in a powerless state, the energy they're putting out with their witchcraft is that they're powerless. So what's going to happen? Your energy is always going to overpower them. Welcome in. I don't know how to say your name. Nekwi. Sorry. But yeah, so literally these people are going to be losing some type of relationship as well. It could be with a deity that they've worked with their entire life. I just heard Philippines. So they may be working some type of Filipino magic. I also heard Texas. The Page of Pentacles. And if these people are, and so this is when it goes too far. These people do not realize that what they're doing is they're hurting and harming their own children, whether their children are alive or children that they're pregnant with now, or ones that are going to come into this world. Okay. And them trying to attack your children and swap out destinies is a big no-no. Okay. God gives certain people gifts on the inside of themselves when they come into creation. And those abilities are the spiritual abilities that people use. When people misuse their abilities, they curse their own bloodline. Look, judgment will be called. Like it's literally a setup. So if they're trying to swap out their child's destiny with a destiny of your children, because your children are supposed to be, if you have them, again, if you don't have them, this could be talking about a spiritual child, but it's definitely talking about a starseed being, okay, that you're going to bring into creation. So these people may be very much like feeling like you have done something to them. I don't think they'll come to you to your face and say, oh, I know that you returned my energy back to me. I mean, how stupid would that sound? And like I said, they're going to do something to try to protect it so that this curse and hex can't be returned back. And just by doing that, they've cursed and hexed themselves and their children. It's ridiculous. Archangel Michael popping out, Sagittarius energy. So this is very unwise thing to do. Very unintelligent and unwise to do. I feel like this person that's been coming for you for a long time, they want you in jail or in hell or dead. That's what they want. And they're not going to settle until something comes to take your life. Whatever these Filipino spirits are that I'm picking up on, and Cambodian spirits, we're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit to work against the Aswang that I'm picking up on. Or however it's said. Oh, thank you. You know what? If you send me a $20 super chat with your question, I will pause the collective reading and answer your question. And that all of that stuff is in the chat. But I do appreciate, so if you want to send the remainder to the $20, I will be more than happy to answer your question. The King of Pentacles. This is somebody that wants you to like bargain with them. They've always wanted you guys to compromise your intentions and your lives for their bullshit. And I feel like that's kind of dangerous. Like anybody that comes in on some really superficial stuff, because the King of Pentacles is somebody that is very hardworking, okay, but they do chase like they chase wealth. They chase money, they chase new cars. They're always like, it's kind of like the energy of LA that I've described before, that the energy of LA is always like pushing people to feel inadequate and like they don't have enough. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and send your question. So the King of Pentacles is definitely somebody that wants you to make a deal with your soul. And they know that they don't have the authority to make this deal for you. They really don't. And thank you so much for sending that. There's actually a button. Will it let me like it? Why won't it let me like it? That's so weird. I will never understand YouTube. I mean, I'm like listening to all the trading courses they have, but I still don't get some things about it. So the thing is that when Archangel Michael shows up, it's a problem. Okay, so I'm going to look at your question. Give me 1 second. So you moved from home to another state 3 years ago. You started a new life. Your question is, why is it difficult for you to grow in all ways as a person? You don't know what's holding you back. Ooh, that's a really good question. Okay, so let's see. We're going to use the Thoth deck. And I think the Sacred Soul Timing. Because what I'm getting is that what I'm being shown is I don't know where you're living at, like what scenery it is, but I'm being shown like an energy that is causing you not to be able to grow anything. So like if you were planting flowers, your flowers are passing away. It's something like that. Or if it has to do with a lawn, the lawn is like, so there is an energy being sent. But there's also an energy of where you're staying at. So this would be the next thing that I would ask. Is this more of a home energy where you have a little bit of property, or is this an apartment building? Because you guys, if you're in condos and apartments and your energy is right next to another person's energy, what happens is your energetic field ends up linking with theirs. Okay. And it can happen if the houses are too close together. That's why wanting to know if there's property, because what I'm being shown is that nothing is growing. And I don't know if that's a metaphor for like plants, or if that's that actually nothing is growing. So yeah, let's see. So if you live in a house, okay, good. That makes it a little bit easier, because a lot of the times apartment buildings, like I said, the energies will intertwine. Okay. So what needs to happen, because I'm picking up on some Native American energy, like maybe the land that you're living on. It would be interesting for you to do a search on your property and see what was there. You live in a small building with 6. Oh, okay. You do, but Neki, I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry. Your screen name. Okay. So you're living in a house. I'm still feeling that infertile energy. And so let's see what comes out with the tarot. But I do feel like it has to do with the land that you're living on has been cursed by a Native American energy. And it's so that nobody could live on that land, because there must have been a dispute about that area. Luxury. What's being blocked is your luxury. That's what I am picking up on. Neek. Oh, Neek is how it's pronounced. Thank you so much for clarifying that, so I don't sound like a dork every time I try to say it. Okay, so luxury. Okay, first of all, the first card being luxury, that's not a bad sign, which shows me that there is something that can be done with this property. So, I'm going to recommend, and I did this meditation last night. It is by Steve Noble, which is Noble or Nobel. It's either one of those. I think it's the first one. Okay, and it's called Space Clearing. Okay, so what this meditation does, it's like a meditation / visualization that allows you to clear your property, and it allows you to remove any energies that are stuck to the property, because that's what I'm picking up. I don't know if you own sage. Sage would be another thing. Sage and Palo Santo would be another thing that you could use. You're going to want to cleanse your home, basically. And smudging, it would be going through with the sage. Well, you can get a sage and Palo Santo blend where it's actually in the sage bundle. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the left rear of your home after you do the space clearing meditation. And you're going to want to open up all the drawers, all the windows, everything like that, and start clearing your home. Make sure you open up the closets, anywhere where energy could be trapped, and sage your home. Leave a window open so any energies that are stuck can leave. And I think even in the meditation, Steve Noble talks about doing this, to do it right after the meditation. And so you're going to basically be forcing the energies out. Then what I want you to do is get a Archangel Michael pendant, and these are like really cheap, okay? And bury it on the property. Okay. What that's going to do is going to keep it's going to keep your energy clear. If people were sending things to the house, or if there's trapped energies from the people that were there before, whatever the situation is, because I'm getting that the reason that, because it seems like the last place you were living in, you were not blocked like this. The blockages that I'm picking up are literally they have to do with this luxury, and they have to do with the property that you're sitting on. That it is just basically keeping you blocked because the Native American that cursed it did not want anyone to be able to live on that land and function. So change. So once you do this cleanse, there will be a major change. Like you're going to feel a huge shift in your energy. And you can do that Steve Noble space clearing meditation anytime you start to feel blocked again. Because what I'm getting is that this is not a person that's alive that's blocking you. This is an energy that's with the property. And it's not even the building that you're in. It's actually the earth underneath the building is where I'm feeling these attachments come from. And after you have done all of that, come back onto my platform and tell me so I can look at your property again to make sure that it's all cleared. Oh, you're grooming your dog outside. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Oh, so yeah, this change, this is going to be a major change. I'm also getting that it's almost like you've been settling for things, Neek. You've been settling. Never settle. Settling in relationships, settling with work, settling. It seems like since you've moved to this new place, you've had to settle. And I don't want you to settle. I think that you deserve to have the best in life. You've got an Ace of Wands coming in really hot. The Ace of Wands is like determination. It's also motivation, and it's also innovative thought. And so the Ace of Wands can come through and basically put up a shield, a wall of protection for you, so that these energies, once I'm getting that once you do the clearing and then you have me check it, that things are going to turn around quite quickly for you. So it feels like also that you may be investing in something that is not for your highest and best good when it comes to work. If this is working for another company, I'm kind of hearing that you may want to start your own business. I don't know if you've had an idea to do that or if you've already done that. But part of why this luxury is being blocked is because you're supposed to be working for yourself or using your abilities to help other people or making music. It's something else than what you're doing. Yeah, somebody was definitely wanting to puppet you. It does feel like whoever you're working for has been draining your energy is what I feel. Or whatever situation that this is in. It could be part of what's going on with the house, but it feels like this is an energy that follows you. Yeah. So there is somebody that, and this is why I will always warn you guys, pray when you have to take a drug test or give any part of your DNA to any type of thing that has to do with your work, like let's say an employer. I honestly think that some employers use your DNA to keep you bound to a company. Now, I'm picking up on that. That's the energy that's going on here. The reason that new opportunities haven't come in is because this employer wants to overwork you, underpay you, and not let you go, if that makes sense. Wow. Really? That company that you work for requested that. So yeah, if they were requesting that, there is something fishy about that. And I feel like this energy harvesting off of employees has gone on for way too long. This is a very common thing that people do. Now, there is a Queen of Wands. So, Neek, is there somebody that you know? Are you dating anybody? Is there somebody that you know that practices magic? Because that's what I'm picking up on here. You may not even be dating this person. Oh my God, magic. The Magus, the magician just popped out. And strength. Okay, so there is some witchcraft going on. I don't feel like you're the Queen of Wands energy, though. I feel like you're going to come out probably as the Emperor or the Empress energy. That's what I'm kind of feeling. So there may be somebody that is very resentful of this move or you joining a company. There is a female energy that's very overpowering here. They're very domineering. However, I do believe that your ability to sense energies and sense spirits is opening right now. So you could be having experiences where you're seeing things out of the corner of your eye. I feel like that's part of what's attached to the house. The good thing is that you are stronger than this other person, whoever they are to you. You're definitely stronger than this Queen of Wands. So I'm not worried. I feel like what the best thing that could happen would be that you follow your passion. Like each day, work a little bit on what your passion is. If this is writing, if it's, I'm also seeing gardening because like there is something going on with the plants. I don't know why I keep picking up like Mother Nature's taking a hit on the property. You could have plants that die and you could feel like, oh, why even invest in that when they're going to just dry up or whatever. So I want to get some more information on who this Queen of Wands is because it feels like there's a feminine energy that's trying to stop you from starting up something on your own. They're trying to block you. And even though they've been a little bit successful, they have not fully. This is somebody that's very sad. They're very sorrowful. This is somebody that's very upset that your strength is outweighing their witchcraft. So I don't know if you ran away from a situation wherever you used to come from, like before you moved here, if you were leaving a situation. But somebody wants an energy to follow you like the rest of your life, and that's just not going to happen. I can definitely pick up on this person's energy. They're very vindictive, very manipulative, and very quarrelsome. So I feel like this Queen of Wands person, when we get this person kicked out of your energy, they may contact you to have an argument. They want to argue about something. Yeah, this person doesn't want to see you have an adjustment or go through an adjustment, but that's the energy that's coming up for you. And so I do feel like this energy of sorrow will pass because it's not your energy. So we're going to ask that the Most High God intervene on that sorrow and depression energy, because it does have to do with the property and it has to do with this Queen of Wands, which could be attached to your employer. I don't know exactly who they are, because they're trying to cloak their energy. Are you in a love relationship, Neek? Because there is somebody that is trying to block that as well. They're trying to block money, love, and health. This is somebody that drains your energy, this Queen of Wands. She's been very draining on you. Princess of Swords, you've had to defend yourself from this person in the past. You do have a relationship? Okay. So I hope that this is not who you're in a relationship with, but I feel like this is somebody, maybe you and your boyfriend live together. Okay. So there may be somebody attached to his side of the family that could be this Queen of Wands energy. It's definitely not coming from your family. It's coming from, I think it's coming from your boyfriend's family, or this could be an ex that they had. At some point, he considered this person to be like family, but not anymore. I feel like this person had been like internet stalking you for quite some time. This person, this Queen of Wands, is very jealous and envious. They're also pretty upset that they're not able to break you up with your boyfriend. Science, because they've been using science and witchcraft, which is a form of science, actually. And this person feels like it's foolproof, but it's really not. Like, eventually, this whole situation is causing you to go through an awakening. So we can actually thank this person, this ex of your boyfriend's, we can thank them for sending this energy and for trying to do all of this stuff, because it's caused you to actually wake up to what they've been doing. And you definitely know who this person is. Whoever comes to your mind, you know who this person is, because they act really weird. They act very weird, very petty, very jealous and energy, very envious. Very envious. This person could have spoken to you that they wanted a truce at some point, but that was complete bullshit. This person, witches and warlocks, what they will do is they will use you talking to them, like you keeping an open door to them, as you giving them consent to steal your destiny, to steal your man, to mess with your job and all that type of stuff. I mean, they will literally, you give them an inch, they will take a mile. That's why it's so important to know who you have in your life and who these people are, why they're there, and should they be there. And then knowing when to walk away. So you having to defend, see, this person, they're really giving me muggle vibes and you're giving me princess vibes. Like, that's kind of what I'm picking up. And so I do feel like whoever this person is, they've been waiting to see you fall for a long time. They've been waiting for a long time. I don't see a downfall for you with this, the Magician and the Strength. This person's super sad. Yeah, she's very hateful. Princess of Cups, coming out as a princess twice. So you're also seen as royalty, a nurturer. And even if you don't feel like you have royal connections, you're royal to the Most High God. You're chosen for something. This is why God doesn't want you to go into the same cycle of basically having to give all of your energy to your employer or to a situation. Yeah, I could definitely see how confused you would be, because without knowing about witchcraft, you would think that this was just bad luck, because that's what it looks like. Yeah, you didn't know. That's exactly it. But now that you know, it's helping you awaken. You're going to be moving into your purpose, and your divine light purpose will always provide for you. Pleasure. Look at that. You have pleasure coming out. So this person, like what your purpose is, how you're meant to intuitively help people, that pleases the Most High God. As long as you stay in alignment with your purpose and your path, you're going to do fine. This person will not be able to touch you. But they are doing a lot of witchcraft on your boyfriend, though, to mess with his mental health. I mean, there is a lot of shit being sent to him. She's trying to like wipe this person's memory so that they don't remember that this person was a cheater and a liar and an evil person. Literally. The hangman. My God, literally. She's been definitely trying to sacrifice you guys. This is a type of person that's like, if I can't have them, no one can. That's totally psychotic. So if you know who this person is, make sure they are blocked on all social media. Make sure you cut connections with them. I don't feel like you talk to them currently. I feel like this is an enemy you've had for a while, though. And the whole reason of you moving away is actually going to help you, because you taking him out of the state where this person was is going to cause this person to let up on you guys. Like, she still wants this person back, and she's very, very jealous and envious. Princess of Wands. Yeah, you're definitely going to manifest your desires in this season. So she definitely wanted your destiny, and she wanted to exchange energy with you. That's why you've been feeling so drained, because it's an energy exchange. Yeah, this is the exact thing that I was talking about, pulling your energy back, calling your energy and your power back to you. And all you need to do is say, I call my energy and my power back to me from this Queen of Wands. Once you do this, and because what needs to happen is a road opener. Your roads have been closed and there's been blockages, like basically hurdles put up in your way. So what needs to happen is for a road opener, we ask that the roads open. We ask that God and Hecate open the roads. Okay. And then we also ask that the blockages be removed that were put up by this Queen of Wands. Yeah. By doing that, you're going to have a victory. And this victory could look in different ways. It could be you having a victory at your job, getting a promotion. It could also be you starting, I don't know why I'm seeing like a dance school, you starting something yourself, a business that you've always wanted to put things into, or a craft that you have, or maybe even an ability that you have that brings a smile to your face. This person has been trying to spy on you through the internet, like to find out what it is that you're working on so that they can try to ruin it. Silly. They just want to interfere with you having a victory. And you moving away from this person, this wicked witch of the wherever y'all came from, that was like literally the best thing that you could have done, because this person's relentless and they don't want to stop. And I would also be very wary of this person trying to contact you underneath fake profiles. This is somebody who was very cruel to your boyfriend when they were with them. They were very unkind. They completely used this man and drove his energy into the ground. And I think that you're with a divine masculine energy. And so that's why I feel like you have this situation going on. So I feel like your boyfriend is a divine masculine. He may not be fully awakened to his abilities and his power yet, but I do feel like that he has it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he has it. And he may be very intuitive, like he may just know things. And you're just like, how do you know that? That's his divine nature. This Queen of Wands is not going to give up until she drains him of everything. And that's what she was doing when she was with him. She was sucking the life out of him. Like, since you've been in this man's life, you have actually brought peace and contentment and sanity to them, where this other person was just draining them all the time. And this is somebody that definitely, they feel like because of this prudence energy, they feel like because you won't engage in debauchery, that it makes you a much harder target to hit. And I agree. When you don't engage in lower vibrational behavior, like gossip and slander, like talking down on people, like you know, getting really messed up, having orgies, like the stuff that this person does. When you don't engage in the stuff that this person does, yeah, you're going to have a victory no matter what. So yeah, I would start reading Psalm 91 and include in your prayer that you're reading it for your boyfriend as well, because he's getting attacked a lot more than you are, but both of you guys feel blocked to me. And it feels like it's this person. See, she wants to become satiated off of y'all's energy, and that's just not going to fly in this new season. This is a type of witch that literally watches, like I was talking about witch talk, where they watch TikTok and they get these dumb spells and then they go do a spell and things start to progressively get worse. I feel like this Queen of Wands person has held y'all back long enough, so I don't want to continue to focus on them, but they are the reason that you had to go in the first place, and they are also the reason that you're blocked. So they've really overstepped their position. Prince of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely showing up. Your boyfriend's showing up with a Chariot energy coming in. And I'm not getting police with that. I'm literally getting very fast moving success. So once this becomes unblocked, once you do the space clearing and ask for a full return to sender on anyone that has been sending you energy, you're going to get your own energy back and you're going to start to feel better. I feel like you're an Empress energy, a divine feminine energy, and that's why this person has tried so hard. Yeah, they wanted you to face disappointment, but that's not part of your destiny. I mean, it's normal for us to be a little bit disappointed in things in life, but all of the time to be disappointed, that's not your energy and that's not normal. So this person's going to be very disappointed that they are not able to become the Empress and they're not able to stop the Empress. So like I was saying, and the Empress is abundance, because this does have to do with being abundant. Now, abundance is having love, happiness, health, wealth, all of that. Abundance is not just money. And you know how to fill your own cup. I feel like most of the time before you got in this relationship and we're dealing with this other person, you were most of the time happy. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you're a naturally happy person. It's only since this person's been putting the heavy ass hoodoo voodoo crap on you that you've been starting to feel depressed or hopeless. And trust me, when it comes to this type of stuff, you're definitely not hopeless. In fact, you doing the right thing and being the better person, I'll just say, you being in the right position is going to get you out of this. Like if you were engaging in low vibrational behavior, this person's witchcraft would take full effect. Right now, all it's doing is causing some blockages, but even with those blockages, you're still able to pay the bills and you're still able to make ends meet, which means that this person's witchcraft has not been successful. The Fool. It was very foolish of this person to think that they were going to be able to do this to you and to get away with it. Very foolish. I do feel like, you are with a divine masculine, which means that your boyfriend's energy. And again, I don't think he's awakened to his abilities, but when he wakes up, you're going to realize why this woman would not let go of his energy, because his energy is very fruitful and so is yours. The Empress is somebody who's usually shown as a mother. In most decks, it's a pregnant lady. So again, somebody was trying to work against you having children. I don't know if you want children, but I definitely feel that energy coming through for you in the future. Queen of Cups, because you're a nurturer. You are somebody that nurtures other people. This is why, like, you are the exact opposite of this ex of his. You're somebody that is a very big nurturer. And there may be a family member that resents you for moving, and it's one of his family members, but they're not going to tell you they resent you. They resent both of you guys for moving and leaving, which is weird. I feel like it's like these people want to know where your guys' energy's at all the time. That's why they resent it. Debauchery. What was I saying about debauchery? Because you won't engage in this debaucherous activity, you're not going to be struck down like this person thinks. They want to oppress you, and they want you guys to enter into low vibrational behavior, which is not going to happen. So I do feel like, to answer your question, that the blockages are coming from what was already existing on the property, and they're coming from this Queen of Wands energy. And it's with the intention to oppress you, to bind you, to stop you. But if you just cleanse your space and pray, you'll get this person out of your energy, and you'll feel 100% better. People should love themselves. Yes. And I will always tell you guys that the big difference between you and these other people is that you guys love yourselves. And that's so important to continue to do that, to take care of yourself, literally, to the best of your ability, because you loving yourself is the one thing that keeps this witchcraft from working in the way that they want it to. See, you are protected. You are protected from any oppression. Even though you feel like you're being oppressed, you're just being blocked. You're still protected. And the thing is that once, you do this cleansing and the meditation, and you walk around into each part of the home and anoint it with oil, you can pray over olive oil and salt and add them together, and then pray again, and then anoint your home. You can anoint your home with the sign of the cross or the Ankh, which is basically, I don't know how to spell that, but you'll know what I'm talking about. The Ankh is like a circle. It's like a circle, and then it's a cross. So it's very similar to the cross, but it's a very powerful energy. So you'll want to anoint the windows and the doors. So anoint the windows and the doors. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but trust me, this is going to be worth it. You just want to seal in your protection and your safety, and calling upon Archangel Michael to cut any cords. Okay, we ask that Archangel Michael cut all cords connecting to situations, places, and things that do not serve our highest and best good. And then blocking these people on social media. See, they're looking at you as a power source because you're very empathic. Neek, you're very empathic. In fact, I think all of you in the chat are very empathic. I'm definitely picking up on that. He didn't move. So oh, really? So you're the only one who moved, and you met him here when you moved here. Okay. Interesting. Well, there still is somebody from the past, this Queen of Wands energy. And a good thing that you can do is say, God, if there's anybody that doesn't mean me if there's anybody that doesn't mean me any good, please show that person to me. And then if there's somebody that means me good, please show that person to me. God will give you a dream about who this person is. So hopefully this ex of his doesn't live near you guys. That would be the worst thing ever. And, it seems like his energy is a little bit blocked as well. So when you figure out who this person is, you're going to be able to block them on social media. You're going to be able to pray them out of your energy. And not only that, you're going to call your energy and your power back to you. And this person's going to fall on their ass. But there is somebody that wants, like I was picking up on, this person wants your man back. She wants whoever you're with now, she wants them back. So he might even know who this person is. If you describe somebody that is like very attractive, but very self-centered and shallow, he may know exactly who I'm talking about. But yeah, I do feel like God has allowed this to occur so that you guys would wake up and become spiritual and start tapping in. Happiness. Look at this. You guys are going to be happy. just knowing that you hold your personal door to healing and happiness is really important, because it basically doesn't give these people permission to create in your reality. And if there is some type of business or side business or side hustle that you're thinking about doing, or something that you're interested in, I'm hearing that being an independent contractor or a real estate agent, or an investor, there are other things that you can do to add on to what you're already doing, and that will help you, like, literally. I know that you're already working now, but you will find there is something that you're going to start on your own. Or it could even be writing a book. It could be even that. So if you take little steps each day, you're going to reach this happiness. What I'm seeing is that your power and your happiness is protected from this person that wants you to be oppressed, which is probably the most important thing. Just cleansing, returning their energy, calling your power back, asking God to reveal who these people are is going to be the most important thing. Prince of Cups. Yeah. This divine masculine water and nurturing energy, the Queen of Cups and the Prince of Cups, you guys are very equally yoked. You and your boyfriend are very equal energies. Whoever they were with before is it's the exact opposite. This Queen of Wands is the exact opposite energy. And this doesn't have to be a recent relationship. This could literally be somebody from the past. When you say shallow, good looking and shallow, they're going to know who you're talking about. Virtue. Yeah, when you follow your virtue, you're always going to be successful. And I do feel like he's a very virtuous person. He doesn't believe in doing wrong to other people, is what I'm hearing. And that he also is like somebody that you can look at things long term for. Okay, so I don't know how long you guys have been together, but this will be, a relationship that you want to protect, because it's going to be a long-term relationship. And there may be something that he is creating as well that he may end up doing. Or maybe he's thinking about, I keep seeing video games, but I don't know what that has to do with anything. Maybe he likes video games. Maybe that's part of his purpose, is to create video games. Or maybe he just likes to play video games. Or maybe there is a need to play more, like whether it's a video game or going to do laser tag or going to a movie. Playing more is what I'm getting. The Tower. So you're basically dealing with evil eye. So all of that stuff that I was talking about, basically cleansing, praying, doing the meditations, all of that stuff is going to get rid of this evil eye. So the evil eye is one of the things that can block us, and it's one of the worst curses. The sad thing about it is that most of the people that send the evil eye are not actually doing a physical spell. They're just envious and jealous, and they're staring at you in a weird way. This Queen of Wands compares herself to you all of the time in her mind. Yeah, they're trying to evil eye your Wheel of Fortune because they don't have one. That's kind of sad. Why doesn't this other person have a Wheel of Fortune? Is it important, Spirit? I guess it's important just to know that people, like, what people send out, they will get back. This person, whatever they have sent to you, they will receive that back. This evil eye is not doing anything to your Wheel of Fortune. It may have had you blocked, but it's not going to keep you blocked. Wealth, Wheel of Fortune, and then wealth. Girl, you got some good energy coming in here. And I do get that, like, literally, you are the divine other half to this person. I'm definitely getting twin flame energy. And I feel like both of you guys are divine. And so that's why you're going to experience spiritual warfare. I would call what this is spiritual warfare. Queen of Swords, you definitely have an epic cutoff game. You know, when people are like not wishing you the best, you cutting people and places and things off that do not serve you is going to save your life in this moment. It's truly going to save your life. Okay, I want to use the sacred soul timing and see what we can get as a time frame with you doing all of the cleansing and making sure that this is not just you cleanse one time and that situation's taken care of. This person, like I said, the moment that y'all kick this person out of the energy, and if your boyfriend has any gifts that this person gave them, they need to get rid of everything that this person gave them. It's got energy attached to it. But yeah, when you kick this person out, they're going to try to get on some type of social media and send some type of like friend request or something like that through a fake page. So just be wary of somebody is going to try to catfish him and you to get back in the energy. And you'll know who they are because you'll get a nasty, nauseous feeling. Look at this. This is on schedule. Unwavering dedication and attention to detail is key. So like I have had to do that meditation, that space clearing meditation twice. And I did it again last night and it was amazing. Okay. All of this development is actually on schedule. This is actually divine time. So me seeing that the first card gives me a lot of hope and a lot of faith that this situation will heal itself. Because really, you haven't done anything karmically to deserve to be blocked or attacked. And he has not either. Like all he did was walk away a long time ago from somebody that didn't serve his highest and best good, if that makes sense. September, isn't that now? That's now. So it says get back into your groove and be productive, bustling peak and a faster pace. So yeah, September. So this is on schedule. You're going to want to just adopt these cleansing techniques of using sage. And then anytime that you feel your energy goes back to being blocked again, that's when you do another cleanse. Okay. So this is going to teach you how to combat spiritual warfare, because you guys being a chosen couple shows me that you guys have a higher purpose here, and there are going to be forces and things that come in and they want to, you guys have not deserved this. You guys have not done anything to anybody to ever deserve to be oppressed and harassed and stalked and all of this weird shit. You guys are, they're just jealous. And the things that people will do out of jealousy and envy is like mind-blowing to me. It is mind-blowing to me. Literally. Because there's no real provocation. You've never provoked these people. Change course. Literally. So this is just saying that the way you've been going about it now is not taking care of the energy. So by changing your course and praying Psalm 91, that's literally going to change your course. It says you may need to take a different path to get there. So direction, guidance, and aligned. But that's okay. Like you becoming a spiritual being is changing your course, basically, Neek. You becoming spiritually aware and a spiritual being and clearing your empathic energy, going out and getting grounded in Mother Nature. All of that is going to help. That's going to be the change of course that's going to bring about this success. Virgo time, August 23rd through September 22nd. Set realistic goals to reach. Practical, organized, and detailed. So you may want to look at where Virgo is in your chart. Virgo is the energy of like purity and virginity and truth. It's one of them that represent truth. This open doors, a lot of the doors that were closed are going to be opening. So if you've applied for benefits or whatever this is, the doors are going to be opening for you. The door is unlocked, so just walk through it. Journey, passage, and access. Okay, let's see. A long time. This is a long time. It says think long term. Remember how I was saying that this person that you're with, Neek, this is a long term person. This is like a long term relationship. So you know, you may not be talking about marriage and stuff like that now, or maybe you don't even want to get married, but in the long run, it will be a relationship that will resemble a marriage. So whether you actually physically decide to get married to this person or not, it's still going to be that type of relationship. This long time, this is like literally preparing for this relationship to last a long time. Welcome in, Girl Gone. I hope you're having a good day. So yeah, this is being prepared for this relationship to last a long time. That's why you need to pray over it and protect it and pray for this person. And I would even pray for your enemy, because the best thing that could happen is whoever this jealous Queen of Wands person is, for them to find God and then not attack you guys. That would be the best thing. And if you start to feel, Neek, if you start to feel angry, nauseous, anxious, nervous out of nowhere, and you like have not listened to a scary story, you have not, like, there's nothing that in your mind that would cause that, that's when you know that it's not your energy. Okay. Because somebody wants you to make the wrong decision and let this man go, and so that they can come back in and steal energy from him again. Taurus time. You could be a very hard worker as well. I feel like anything you put your mind to, you will accomplish. April 20th to May 20th, commit yourself fully. Patience, endurance, and purpose. You're definitely getting into alignment with your divine life purpose at this time. Okay, let's get an outcome card. Well, I know that the outcome is going to, like, you do the cleansing, come back, let me know that you've done it. Then we can check. I have another psychic I can talk to that we can check the property and make sure that this Native American crap is gone, because that's what I feel like. This is a combination of a couple different things that are just aligning perfectly to basically create a blockage. But knowing that there's a blockage is the first thing to healing the blockage. Yes, energy. Knowing that there's a blockage is the first step to healing it. Look at this, March. Come out of hibernation and embrace new energy, growth, awakening, and rebirth. Yeah, so when March comes around, you're going to be feeling completely different. In fact, I get that this relationship will have progressed in March. You're going to be in the energy of starting something new. And it could be something new in the relationship that you already have. But yeah, you have been anointed for a specific purpose with this masculine energy. I couldn't even make this shit up. The cards are literally verbatim talking about what I'm talking about. Your choice. Look at that crown. You've been anointed for something, literally. And you may come into your purpose in March. But you getting into your divine life purpose is like literally going to keep you so safe. Okay. So like, how do I become safe? The safest I could ever be. You make yourself valuable to the Most High. And once you do that, you'll become untouchable. Cancer time. So when this next upcoming June and July comes up, you're going to be completely in a new place. You may actually end up moving. You may end up moving, or you may end up revamping a home in Cancer time. Honestly, I feel like the property that you live on, it would probably traumatize the spirits that are there. So once the spirits are removed with the space clearing meditation, then when you go to like fix the house up, okay, like what is it, remodel? When you go to remodel, or if you're like wanting to get a new home, there's going to be something that happens next June to where you end up remodeling and making your space like actual sacred space, which could be you setting up a room, and one room in the house, or even just a space to have like a prayer altar. You could put a Bible on it. You want to keep some positive, like if you could get whatever it is that you believe in, Neek, if it's statues, you want to have something in the home that represents your spiritual protection, basically. And you want to be adding into your home positive energy all the time. That could be fresh fruit, having that in a basket. It could also be having flowers out, bringing life back into the home. Yeah, you're going to get your wish fulfilled. If you're wishing to get married, that's going to be fulfilled. If you're wishing to get a new place to live, that's going to be fulfilled. Whatever this wish fulfillment is, by next year in June, you're going to be in the energy of wish fulfillment. But it is starting now. Welcome in, Amelia. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, it's starting now. It's happening now. That is so funny. I just said that. It's happening now. It says time is fleeting, so don't miss the opportunity. Countdown, passing, and limited. And then just like how this was Cancer time was talking about July, literally, this next July is going to be great for you. And then also this October, you're going to be finding ways to either decorate the house, or you're going to be doing something this October that's going to help you evolve. So yeah, you have a lot of good stuff coming in. You just have to get unblocked. Oh, good. You're at the pool. I love it. You just have to get yourself unblocked and learn about spiritual warfare. There are a lot of videos on YouTube, Neek, that you can basically search about psychic warfare, spiritual warfare. But those Psalms that I added into the chat, those are going to be the ones that really, really make a difference. I would do them once a day at least. And if you're going to do it once a day at least, do it at nighttime before you go to sleep, so that you're putting up protection while you sleep, because these people, they like to do stuff under the moon. So you may find out that you have a spiritual ability that you didn't know about. And it's related to how you're going to manifest in this money. You may want to also think about doing a dream journal and a vision board where you're putting up a goal and then working towards that goal. You're going to be very successful. I feel like if you're wanting a marriage and children, that is in the cards for you. That's definitely something that you can attain. You just have to decide what it is that you want, and then ask the universe for it. See, when we don't ask the universe for what we want, the universe will just throw, like I look at things on a scale of 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Now, when you're going through something, the universe will want to send you all spectrums of that experience, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest compatibility. But if you're not in alignment to receive from the universe, you'll only experience the low compatibility. And so that's why doing the cleansing, doing the prayer, getting connected to God, doing the meditation, and then the cord cutting, all of that is going to like literally create a barrier and a shield of protection around you and your home. And like I was saying, the Steve Noble meditation gets rid of the energies that were already existing at that property. And so that's why I really love his work. He's got some of the best meditations, and bless his soul, because like literally to not have commercials on your platform, you have to pay like an extra fee. I know that sounds ridiculous, but YouTube is stupid. You have to pay like an extra fee to not have commercials, and he doesn't have commercials on his. So you'll be able to just do the meditation. Make sure that you're not that when you go to do this meditation, Neek, that you are not interrupted. Okay. That's going to be really important, that you're not interrupted, and that you complete the meditation, and that you complete the space clearing, because that's basically how you get unblocked, is by praying. And if you wanted to, you could purchase, you could purchase a 7-day road opener candle and a 7-day unblocking candle. And what you do is you light. So if you want to go this route, this will work. Okay. These candles do work really well. What you do is you bring it into your house when you get the candle in the mail. And there are many different things. You can just search into Google for these candles. They may be like $7 a piece or $12 a piece. Trust me, it's worth just spending the money on it. Or if you don't want to spend the money on a road opener and an unblocking candle, you can go to the dollar store and get an orange candle a green candle, and that will be for the road opener. And a yellow candle, which would be for unblocking. And burn those on an altar or a place where you are going to pray, basically. So the road opener candle, what you do with these 7-day candles, because they're going to be like this big, is you light the candle, you read the back of the candle, which usually has a unblocking or road opening prayer on it, and then you allow it to burn. So you let the candle burn for 4 hours while you're home each day. Okay. So you start, so let's see, you want to start the spell on a Monday. So start on a Monday, because as this candle burns, it's going to go through the energies of the days of the week, which is all of the astrological energies. So we're going to you start on Monday, you burn the candle for 4 hours each day. And then and make sure you're home each day while you're home. Okay. And then you'll snuff out the candle. Don't blow it out. When you blow out the candle, that releases all the energy. So you just basically snuff it out by denying the candle of oxygen. You can put something on top of it that's not flammable. Okay. So you'll snuff candle out. And for 7 days, you basically light the candle, let it burn for 4 hours, and then snuff it out for 7 days. When you're done, you take you'll look at the candle and see if it's got any black marks on it. Okay. The black marks will indicate that there was a negative presence that the candle was transmuting. And if there's white puffs of smoke coming off the candle, that means you have positive spirits working towards your request. So when you're done with the candles, you'll want to throw them away off your property. So you want to throw candles away off property and then cleanse the home again. Okay. With sage and Palo Santo. And then from now on, you want to just be very aware of how your home feels and how your energy feels when somebody comes over. So if you were to have a friend come over or somebody else to come over, hopefully you're still there, Neek. But you'll want to just become very aware of how you feel after that person leaves, so that if you do need to do a cleansing again, then, because again, I wish that I could say that, oh, you just have to do one candle and one cleanse and it's over, but that's never the case. Usually it's going to take you learning about spiritual warfare to get past these blockages. Okay. All right. So I hope that helped you. Let me know what you think and you feel about that, Nick. And after you do all of this stuff, absolutely come back and let me know, and I will check it again. Okay. And we'll make sure that it's all cleared up, and just know that everything's happening on divine time. Like, this is basically being divinely orchestrated for your guys' benefit. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the collective reading and kind of finish that, because we're at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got Archangel Michael showing up here for you guys, of course, because Archangel Michael's always going to show up. This King of Pentacles wants somebody to make a deal with them. I would suggest that if this person were to contact you, that you just ignore them, because they're a purposeful trigger. These people are in the 5 of Wands, and they're going to be in the 5 of Wands. They're competing. These are the people that are competing for something that's yours. Okay. They're working with the devil. Surprise, surprise. They're also running away from their problems in a very dangerous way with the 7 of Swords. And they're also trying to make a major turning point in your finances, so that you'll have to settle for whatever their agreement is. Yeah, this is not going, you're not going to be taken out of the Queen of Pentacles energy. That's just not going to happen. mean, Archangel Michael is protecting your 10 of Pentacles because you guys are the Emperor. You're mastering your own emotions. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look perfect. But the fact that you're working towards mastering your own emotions is going to keep you safe completely and protected. Yeah, these people just know that they're going to have to walk away dissatisfied. Literally. They're going to have to walk away dissatisfied. Ooh, and Neek, once you do this cleansing and protection work, you are going to feel so much better. The house is going to feel so much better and your life is going to open up. So just know that everything's happening on schedule. You're not behind on anything. And if you want a serious relationship with this person, it's going to come to that. I mean, it may be a serious relationship now already, but like I'm saying, like it's going to progress to become more serious. Empress, Emperor, and Empress, because you guys are equally matched. So again, you guys are showing up as divine feminine and divine masculine. No wonder it's got this person in a tizzy. Okay, let's get an outcome, Spirit, for this full moon energy and what these people have planned. Again, we have a full moon lunar eclipse on Sunday. So basically from now until, Monday or Tuesday, these people are going to be trying to do shit with the moon. They're going to be in the tower, though. Just know that if you pray and you cleanse your energy, these people will remain in the tower and you will remain in the winning position. Is there anything else we need to know, Spirit? Yeah, these people are going to be at a major crossroads where they're going to have to make a different decision. So I would not be afraid of this energy. I wouldn't be afraid of these people. It's laughable at this point. Just you guys coming out as the highest cards in the deck and coming out always in the upright shows me that this fame and public recognition is yours. Like that is meant for you. So you guys are going to do fine. The Lovers being the first card. These people were trying to block some type of love union. It's a no. They're going to have to walk away from doing that because they're up under judgment. And this is like going to be a permanent judgment. These people will not be allowed to attack you again. So just know that by you taking care of yourself and your energy, you're doing more than just taking care of yourself and your energy. You're helping other people do the same. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you. Okay. Make sure that you guys like the video, that you tap that notification bell and all that good stuff. Okay. Know that God loves you and that you've subscribed. That's the other thing. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Know that I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you and I care about you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Make sure you guys are subscribed, that you like the video, and that you've tapped the notification bell so you're notified of every time that I go live. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm sending you air hugs and lots of love. Peace be with you. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. And I'm so proud of you.